What's that button do?
I'll show you.
What the fuck?
Pixar Animation Studios sets the standards for 3D animation by not only revolutionizing the medium of animation, but the quality of storytelling. Every original movie from Pixar is full of passion and heart. And, well, let's just say that the past couple of years for Pixar has been pretty bumpy for them. Last month, the studio did the biggest reconstructing by laying off 175 jobs, which is very unfortunate. And as for the recent films, they've been either bombing at the box office or just dumped onto Disney Plus, which has definitely made the studio lose a lot of money. And it's easy to say that Pixar is in a pretty rough spot right now. But recently, there was an interview with the chief officer of Pixar, Docter, talking about the future of Pixar, which got people talking, but not for the right reasons. The interview mostly goes over how Pixar's been struggling on making their money back, and their plans on making more sequels and spin-offs, but there is one paragraph that made me want to make this video, and made many others pretty angry. The studio's movies should be less a pursuit of any director's catharsis and instead speak to a commonality of experience. Docter says, I don't think we can ever let ourselves off the hook of making sure that we deliver the best possible and most relatable films.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
For those who don't know who Docter is, he has been with the studio ever since the age of 21 and with Pixar's first movie, Toy Story. Now, he is very well known for directing pretty much Pixar's most popular films, such as Monsters, Inc., Up, Inside Out, and Soul. An incredible track record for sure. But it's sad to see Pete talk about these original films like if it's their fault that the directors put their life experiences into these films and not everybody could relate to them. The truth is, animation is an art form and anybody could use it to express themselves. That's the whole magic of animation. Besides, Luca and Turning Red weren't even able to release in theaters because of the pandemic and they were just dumped onto Disney Plus. While Elemental, while yeah, it had the worst box office opening weekend for Pixar, over time, it was still able to make its money back. So it's not like Elemental was a complete failure for the studio. I honestly think that movies such as Soul, Luca, and Turning Red would have done pretty well at the box office if they were released in theaters. Sure, the pandemic was happening, but there could have been a good chance that they could have made their money back. In the same article, it was mentioned that Pixar has plans on making sequels and spin-offs on their past films. In fact, one of these sequels have already been announced last February, and it was the announcement of another Toy Story movie. Yep, we're getting a fifth Toy Story movie, despite the fact that we already got two endings that feel like the perfect finale to the Toy Story franchise. But nope, we are getting a fifth Toy Story movie. And Toy Story 4 was already getting a lot of hate, and opinions on it have been pretty mixed, especially now. But honestly, you could either say Toy Story 4 was unnecessary or it was good, but we need to stop. They didn't stop. Honestly, I have no idea where they can take any of the characters in this fifth movie, especially after the fourth movie's ending. All I can say is nobody wants a Toy Story 5, nor the fact that anybody asked for it. So I mentioned that Pixar's recent films went straight to Disney Plus, but there was one that didn't, and that was Lightyear, which was a complete embarrassment for the studio. Not only because it was a boring, forgettable movie, but because it did pretty terrible at the box office. It didn't even make its money back, and that's not even counting the marketing for this film, which was pretty much everywhere. And Elemental made far more money than Lightyear did, which goes to show that people are still interested in new, fresh, original movies from Pixar. Speaking of original movies, we were supposed to get a movie called Elio, which was supposed to come out this spring, but we have long since passed spring, and it has already been confirmed that it's going to come out next year. It's probably for the best. It probably would have bombed, since I didn't see any marketing for it. But we are getting a Pixar movie this year, which is Inside Out 2. As the time of me recording this, it's most likely out, but I have not seen it. When it comes to trailers, it looks pretty good. It would probably be like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. But yeah, I'll check it out. I'll probably make a review on it. Anyways, time for my final thoughts on Pixar and the future. I still love Pixar, and I apologize for sounding mean towards the studio in this video, but the truth is that I know that Pixar is capable of making amazing movies because they've done it before. But hearing Pete Docter himself say that they want to focus on sequels and make movies more relatable, it just doesn't sound like Pixar. Pixar stands out because they are creative and unique when it comes to every movie they have made. But is there any positive to the future? Well, Pete Docter was in another interview and he talked about Pixar live action movies not happening, so that's cool. In conclusion, the future of Pixar is very bleak right now, but I do have hope for the studio, and that hopefully they will find success in their new movies and stay away from being just relatable movies when it comes to the original works. Because if you try to appeal to everybody, you will eventually appeal to nobody. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.